Caitlyn has not had a proactive approach around toxic fandom and what's appropriate for or something that she celebrates or likes to see in her fan base, or being proactive against any type of hateful discourse around WNBA and its players. This is where she has agency in how loud of an advocate she wants to be, how loud of an ally she wants to be for her fellow WNBA players, for her teammates. It's her choice, how she wants to participate as someone who's willing to say, I am them and they are me. And anything nasty is unacceptable.
After watching that clip, I'm sure you're asking yourself the same question that the great one, The Rock, used to ask anonymous people all the time in the late 90s when he came across them. Who are you, Rudy Poo? That lovely woman that you just saw, her name is Ros Gold-Onwude. No, that is not an advertisement for a gold company. That is her name. Goldie is a proud deacon at Woke United Methodist, and she recently hit the woke trifecta. For starters, she is the broadcaster for the New York Liberals. Strike one. That clip I just shared with you, that clip was from the Danny Lebitard show. Strike two. And as you just saw, Goldie is pressuring Caitlin Clark. She is demanding that Caitlin Clark be baptized and born again. She is demanding that Caitlin Clark join the woke army and combat the media-created racism that is supposedly plaguing the WNBA dump. And you know what? I hope Caitlin Clark joins. I hope she gives the media and other WNBA players, I hope she gives them exactly what they are asking for. I hope Caitlin Clark applies to be a brigadier general in the woke army, and I'll tell you why here in just a second. If you haven't already, make sure to like and subscribe. You can follow me on Twitter at KC_BTL84. If you happen to stumble across this video, be sure to check out my main channel, Behind the Line. Search Behind the Line here on YouTube, should be the first channel that comes up. As you guys know, WNBA dump divers, along with their pretend friends in the mainstream media, they are pressuring Caitlin Clark to join this fight against mythical racism. What they are essentially doing is pressuring Caitlin Clark to join this movement to silence people, silence her fans. And it's obvious why they're using Caitlin Clark to do this. She's got the most mainstream influence in the WNBA. Hell, Caitlin Clark is the only one who has any semblance of influence in the WNBA. Out of 144 players, Caitlin Clark, she is the only recognizable player in the league. Well, KC, what about A'ja Wilson? What about Bob Griner? They are huge stars! Yeah, Bob Griner is a huge star in Mother Russia. A'ja Wilson is a big star in... hell, let's just be real here. A'ja Wilson doesn't get recognized at family reunions. The only player with any mainstream influence in the WNBA dump is Caitlin Clark, which is why they are trying to use her to silence people. What I think the media is trying to do here, they are trying to create this atmosphere where any and all criticism of WNBA players is forbidden. You heard Goldie say it in the clip. Anything nasty is unacceptable. What the hell does that even mean? Because the way I understood it is any criticism is unacceptable. There will be no more making fun of missed layups. There will be no more making fun of Just for Men commercials starring anonymous dump divers. There will be no more chants from the crowd. Shave that beard! Shave that beard! They are trying to create this atmosphere where only positive affirmation is allowed in the WNBA. If you have criticism, keep it to yourself. And if they are successful with this campaign, it means that no one will be talking about the WNBA dump. If you are not allowed to criticize this league, there's really no reason for you to be talking about it. Just look at the major stories in the WNBA this season. Damn near every single one of them are coming from a negative perspective. Everyone in my audience, you guys already know exactly what Caitlin Clark needs to do here. She should make sure that she is vaccinated so she doesn't risk catching the woke fungus. She should focus on basketball and keep herself out of the bullshit. However, I would not be too disappointed if Caitlin Clark joined the fight against mythical racism. I would not be too disappointed if Caitlin Clark became a proud deacon at Woke United Methodist. Why? Because that would be the end of the WNBA. If Caitlin Clark joins the fight against racism, WNBA players are going to get exactly what they want and exactly what they deserve all at the same time. They're going to get an ally in Caitlin Clark, which means they're going to have to create another reason to hate her. And believe me, if Caitlin Clark joins the fight against mythical racism, that does not mean she will suddenly be accepted by WNBA players. I guarantee you, they will find another reason to hate her, be jealous of her. But what this would do, it would be the end of the WNBA. The vast majority of Caitlin Clark fans, they are not fans of pretend basketball. They are not fans of the WNBA dump. They are watching specifically for Caitlin Clark. You want to know the quickest way to lose their support? Accuse them of racism. Constantly call them racist when they're not actually racist. You won't have to worry about extra security for Caitlin Clark or other WNBA players. The only time they would encounter security is when they are being turned away from the VIP room. I'm sorry, this room is reserved for stars. But we are stars. We're WNBA dump divers. I've never heard of the WNBA. You know, for years now, I have been telling you guys the biggest threat to the future of the WNBA, the biggest enemy of the WNBA, it's the players. For years, WNBA players have blamed everyone else for their huge embarrassing failure. They have blamed mythical racism. They have claimed that mythical misogyny is the reason that men don't watch pretend basketball. They have blamed people like me for constantly criticizing their dump of a league. They have claimed that people just aren't willing to give pretend basketball a chance. Well, this season, they were given a chance. And what did they do with that opportunity? They completely fucked it up. The only thing the WNBA proved this season, they proved me right. I told you guys before the season started, WNBA not ready for prime time. They were not ready off the court. They damn sure weren't ready on the court. The on-court product in this league is absolutely unwatchable. I have seen better basketball at the high school level. What Caitlin Clark has done is magnify the problems in the WNBA. The spotlight provided by Caitlin Clark, it has shined a mainstream light on the myriad of problems in this league. But the biggest problem remains the same. Biggest problem in the WNBA? Entitled players. But give me your thoughts on this. Another member of the media pressures Caitlin Clark to join the fight against mythical racism. Instead of working on her game in the offseason, Goldie wants Caitlin Clark educating herself on the plight of the ultimate victim. If Caitlin Clark joins the cause, would that be the end of the WNBA? And when I say end of the WNBA, I'm not talking about the league shutting down. Unfortunately, with the NBA subsidizing this dump, we are not going to get that lucky. What I'm saying is, would it be the end of the WNBA being in the mainstream? Let me know. Sound off in the comments below. I'll see you guys on the main channel tomorrow.